Guys, this is Himanshi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are setting up a new bullet journal because my previous bullet journal got filled up so beautifully. For the new bullet journal, I'm using the same Factor Notes 120 GSM dot grid journal in the same color. I got both of these from Amazon, but sadly, they don't make this anymore. Let's get journaling. Which lightning is better? I think this one is kind of sharp but clear, and this one is kind of subtle. Which one should we use? This, or this, or this? Let's go with the lights. Starting with the first page of my bullet journal, I'm making the key page that I did for my 2021 bullet journal setup as well. I'm making a key for all the symbols that I use in my bullet journal. For example, a dot for a task, tick mark for a completed task, a cross for a not completed task, and so on and so forth. I have been using these symbols ever since I started journaling, and I'm very used to these symbols. A lot of people use many other symbols, but I think it's totally up to you what symbols you are comfortable with. I have changed the layout compared to my 2021 setup just to have some fun and be creative. At the bottom of the page, I'm using a brown paper and a handmade paper that I made myself and writing keep trying. What I'm trying to imply is that the key is to keep trying. Hence, the keep trying on the key page. Did you get that? Guys, did you get that? I am so cool. Did you get that? I'm so cool. Okay, so moving on. The Factor Notes journals don't come with a space to write your own name, and since it's my bullet journal, I wanted to have a space for writing my name. So, on the very first page, I am using this space to write this notebook belongs to Himanshi, of course. I did not want to have a completely similar setup as to that of my 2021 setup, but I also did not want to have a very different setup. So I'm using some of the materials coherent to the previous bullet journal setup. I must tell you that I am in love with everything on this page, be it the crumpled paper or the calligraphy that I'm using or the washi tapes that go so beautifully with the color scheme of this whole page, or the illustration that I made myself and pasted it here, which looks very similar to what I am. I am basically in love with this page. This is one of my favorite pages of this setup. I'm using the next page for grid spacing, and like always, this page is very confusing and complicated, but what I have done is divide the page horizontally and vertically into halves, and then further divided it into 1/4, 1/3 and 1/8. This page has been useful so far, and whenever I'm making my future spreads, I can come back to this page and divide my page accordingly. I don't have to count the number of dots each time. For the next page, last time I did a 2021 dedicated page, but since we are in the middle of the year, or even a little later than the middle of the year, I wanted to do a quote that has been inspiring me a lot these days. The quote is from a novel called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. It says, set no limits on the workings of your imagination. And I have decorated the page similarly like all the other pages in this setup. And that was Sabji Wale Bhaiya in the background. And I hope he does not return till I'm doing this voiceover. Otherwise, I have to keep deleting this and do it again. The next two pages are for gratitude. I also did them in my previous setup, and these pages fill quicker than I think they will, and I had to make more space in my weekly spreads for gratitude. I don't know what I'm so grateful for, but I feel so peaceful and so relaxed and so blessed when I write down the things that I'm grateful for. So I'm doing two pages again for gratitude, and if they fill up, I am going to make gratitude pages later in my journal or along my monthly setups. The next two pages of the journal are dedicated to me exploring the world of books, the world of movies, and some new places. Although I don't think I will be going to a lot of new places because of the pandemic, but if I do, I want to mention them in this corner of my bullet journal. I have decorated this page using a penguin sticker and the same washi tape that I have been using, and did a lot of doodles in the middle of the page. The next page is dedicated to my wish list. I felt like the wish list that I did in my previous setup was very unrealistic, so I wanted to do a wish list again, and this one is a combination of both realistic and unrealistic. In the needs section, I can write everything that is realistic, that I can buy, that I need to buy, and in the wants section, I can write the fantasies of the things I want to buy or I probably cannot buy for next 3 to 4 years, but I want to content my heart by writing them here. You get it right? Finishing them off with some doodles and washi tape, and I'm using the next page to write my revised goals for the next few months left for this year. Moving on to one of the most fun pages of my setup, that is the memory lane. If you remember, I did a similar spread in my last setup as well, but that time I did not give enough space to every month, and I had to do individual memory pages later in my journal, which you will get to see in the flip through video. But this time, starting from August, because I did my July monthly setup in the previous journal, I have given space to each month, and not only that, I have also left some extra space for extra memories that I want to paste in my journal. Moving on to the final and most beautiful spread of this setup, that is the calendar log. In this spread, I have done the mini calendars of all the remaining 6 months. I am going to mark all the important events that are going to take place on a particular date in this log. I have started this spread with July because if you remember previously, I have done only 6 months in my last journal, that was January to June. So I wanted to continue it from July to December, even though I have done my July setup in my previous journal. It's time for the final flip through. Guys, I just wanted to take a minute and show you guys this. I added this yellow light and look how pretty it looks. I don't know how it looks on the camera to you, but it looks so pretty in this. But it's not bright enough. That's why I did not use it for the entire video. But look, it looks so pretty, so pretty. Okay, bye. I have loved every single page of this setup. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making my journal. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, you can give it a thumbs down and tell me in the comment section below how can I improve. Also, don't forget to tell me which is your favorite spread from this setup, and if you want me to include more behind the scenes in my future videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye bye.